Hi there, in this session I would like to tell you about Bootstrap class attribute. What are Bootstrap class attribute? When you heard this word and sentence, you feel that really what is this class attribute? Here you can see, while we are using HTML tags, so it seems to be like this. There is a open HTML tag is there, as well as a closing HTML tag is there. So now we can say this is a tag in our regular language. And here in this technical languages, this is an element. Remember, each and every element had some value is known as attribute. So whatever defining, either it may be class or it may be whatever it may be, we are assigning to modify that element, it is called as a class attribute. So here in this Bootstrap, we have to install Bootstrap. So with the help of this Bootstrap class attribute, we can easily create any kind of website. If you are using HTML, CSS, so you need to write some HTML code. For that HTML code, for example, you have to use this division. This is one kind of tag there in that HTML. So here we will mention some content over here, and I want to assign some CSS to this division. So we can assign some CSS to this division also, but I want to use some class name as class equal to. So this is attribute class so on so name, whatever we are defining, either it may be header, body, section, whatever it may be, this is class attribute. And whenever I want to assign some CSS, then I will define the class name as, if I use a header over here, if I use the header over here, so then I will define like this only. We have to write some custom CSS for this header. In Bootstrap, it doesn't require to write custom CSS, because whatever class attributes we are using here, so it had some existed code is there for each and every class attribute. So what we need to know is we have to learn that class attribute. With the help of that class attribute also, we can create very simple and easy website. We can create any kind of website in easy steps. Let's have a look. First I will choose one code editor. I will go with VS Code, and I will take new document. So there I will define a class attributes attributes.html. So what we need to do is we need to use and we need to install some Bootstrap CDN. We can use CDN, or else we can download these Bootstrap files, and we can integrate those downloaded files here in our root folder. So here I will go with the CDN. So what I will do is select this documentation. There you can see introduction part is there, as well as that introduction part has a starter template also. Hit this starter template. You can see some basic starter template integrated with Bootstrap CSS as well as Bootstrap min.js. So we need these two files to import the class attribute properties. So what I will do is copy this one, and I will copy paste those things into my document. So here you can see, there you can see this is the JavaScript file having above closing body tag, as well as this is the CSS file having above the heading tag only. So these two things are very most important to create and to execute Bootstrap class attributes. So what I will do is, in between, remember we need to maintain this code closing above closing body tag only. We have to write entire website above this code only. So what I will do is, here we can see I will go with h2 tag. This is an element, and I will define some heading. So this is my text. I want to see the preview how it seems to be. I will open this one in live server. You know about the live server. We need to install some extension for this VS Code, then you will get that live server. So here this is an element having some content in between this element also. What I want to do is I want to change some this text style. So here in this Bootstrap you can see there is a text style is there, means in layout you can see, sorry, there in that content, here you can see typography is there. You can assign display heading is there. So display heading is one of the crispy and Google font related style is there. If you assign this class attribute to your text, then it seems to be like this. Remember, it is having 1 2 3 4 5 6. In the sense, this is display text maintaining some 1%, 2%, 3 4 5 percentages only. To assign this kind of effect for your website, what you need to do is you have to use this class attribute. So that what I will do is simply I will assign class attribute like class is equal to display 4 5 1 2 3 4 5, whatever it may be. Save this one. Here you can see it seems to be like this. This is only the heading. So what I want to do is I want to assign some color to this text. So in the sense, color is having nothing but bootstrap colors. Bootstrap colors are having around 10 kinds of colors are there. I will tell you about these things there in that color concept, bootstrap color concept. Here you can see, okay, here if you want to assign some bg color, then you have to define this bg and info like that. And remember, bootstrap doesn't maintain RGB CMYK colors. It had some primary class attributes. Even bootstrap had some class attribute define some colors. So here you can see if you want to apply bg color, we have to define bg info, bg primary, and bg secondary SECY and ARY. And like that, you need to assign, if you want to assign some color to the text, then you have to assign like this only. So this is the process to assign colors to this one. Let's have a look. I will show you. So here you can see I want to assign some bg color as an info. I will save this one. Now you can see if you want to assign this kind of output, and if you want to get this kind of output, then you have to write a lot of code here in this CSS. Without writing single line of code, you can execute some output. While you are assigning these class attributes, then you are getting some output. How you are getting this output? Whatever class attribute you are using, these each and every class attribute had some CSS. We imported and we integrated that source code here in our document. So we are executing, while we are using the class attribute, we are executing that output like this. Even I want to assign, there is a lot of class attribute is there, not only colors but also spacing value is there. Spacing values also had some class attribute. What does mean by spacing values? There in that CSS also we discussed about this spacing values known as padding is there, as well as margin also be there. And also here you can see there is deflex also be there. Deflex in the sense there in that CSS we discussed about display flex. Display flex is also having some class attribute to define class attributes to our HTML tags. Spacing values also had some class attributes. And after that, if you want to create even if you want to create responsive image, it is also having imgflu id. So what I will do is I want to insert one image over here. I want to add some responsive to that image. So what I will do is I imported that image here in this my root folder. You can see this is our root folder. It seems to be like this. This is one kind of image, seems to be like this. I would like to insert that image over here. So what I will do is, here you can see, if you want to insert any kind of image, we needs to use imgsrc. Remember, this bootstrap is having class attributes only. It doesn't have any HTML tags. We have to use that HTML4 or HTML5 tags to execute those bootstrap class attributes. For that, we have to use imgsrc. If you want to import that image, then we need to use imgsrc. Here you can see I will mention that image name as well as that extension jpg. Here I will close this one, means this is self closed tag only. It doesn't have any open close tags. So save this one. What I will do is, this is our image. Next see the result how it seems to be. Here you can see we imported that image. Moreover, here you can observe this. It doesn't have any responsive feature. It doesn't have any here you can see it doesn't have any responsive feature. Means if I decrease the width of this browser, you can see here there is a horizontal scroll bar is there. means that image doesn't have any responsive functionality. While I am adjusting this width of browser, you can see heading is changing over here. While I am decreasing this width of browser, you can see heading is changing, as well as I am increasing the width of browser, it is increasing. But this image is not affecting, and it doesn't have any responsive. To assign that kind of responsive feature to this image, what we need to do is, here also we have to assign some class name, class attribute as class img fluid. So this is only the class name. I assigned this one and save here. You can see here in this bottom of this browser, you couldn't see any kind of horizontal bar, because it had this kind of see, this is only the responsive future seems to be like this. So while we are assigning some class attribute itself, they are adjusting that object alignment, and we can assign some colors, alignments, etc., etc., to get some responsive future here in this bootstrap. This is only very important and very flexible and easy to use, easy to customize any kind of website. We can easily create any kind of website with the help of these class attribute. Here in this class, I will share you what are the useful class attribute having here in this bootstrap, because it had some image related fluid effect also be there. Here you can see this is the image related responsive class attribute is there. Over here you can see there is lead class attribute is there. We can also use this lead class attribute for our text also, as well as for colors. You can see here there is some colors are there. It had some color concept seems to be like this. Text is having different kinds of colors, as well as background also had some colors are there. I will share you all these links here in this session, and there in that color concept also I will share you, and complete details about class attribute having here in this bootstrap. Please go through that links and you will learn many more things. Thank you.